So next we'll take a look at the brands. Take a look at the brands feature of SmartScout. So here you can search for any brands. For example, I'll take Plackers as an example. So we'll put this in and it will search for it. Here we can have a look at the products, sellers, subcategories, any search terms, the marketplaces, scope, suppliers, and we can add it to one of our collections. We'll head to the dashboard for now. The tabs are all up here anyway. So product opportunities, title, opportunity score, product score page, 30-day sales growth, and in-stock rate. Whether that product is in stock on Amazon or not, as a marketplace, not a seller. So we can obviously see that we've got quite good opportunity scores here, quite good product page scores here. 9.1 is a good product page score. So we can see that with Plackers, there is an estimated monthly revenue of 22.5k. The brand score in general gets about an 8%, and average opportunity score is around 5.3. So it has three subcategories. We've got floss, flossers and floss picks, and grind guards. We've got that as a pie chart, as bar graphs for each different subcategory. So the flossers and floss picks make up 14k, grind guards take up around 7k, and the floss takes around 2k. Plackers, SmartScout's found 20 profitable Plackers products, 80% FBA market share. So 80% of the sellers are doing FBA. It's got 4.5 stars, so that's a good start. And it's got over 120,000 reviews. Average price is around £15.24, so that's a good price to be aiming for when we want to have good margins. You know, anything even above £10 is good. Then if anything above £8 is equally as good, provided that it's a small-ish product, which for example this one is very small. Now sellers wise, per listing, an average number of sellers of 6.2. So that's 4 average FBA sellers and about 2 average non-FBA sellers. The buy box win rate is around 55% for this seller here. So it's a bit of competition, but it's not competition from Amazon. Again, average FBA sellers here is 4, and average Amazon in stock rate is only 6%. So we don't have to compete with Amazon here. This will be competing against this Bliss Sales seller here. We can see the revenue share by seller. We'll be able to filter this by the top to the bottom. As predicted, we can see that the revenue is held predominantly from this seller. We can also see the top performing products, how many sellers are on there, the price of the buy box, and the sales rank revenue of that product. And again, subcategories by the market share and the product opportunities. So now we want to have a look at the products themselves. So with wholesale, my general rule is nothing over 20,000 in the BSR. So I'll search for those. I don't want Amazon in stock. We already know that Amazon isn't, so we don't need to worry about this configuring this. We do, however, want to make sure that there's a specific amount of sellers on the listing, ideally FBA sellers. So we're just going to filter this to a minimum of 3 FBA sellers here. All of them are reasonably good with product page score, so we can leave that as it is. And then we'll just filter it down to the lowest BSR rank first. So we can see Amazon's not in stock for this product, There's 8 sellers. It's currently not out of stock, but it's certainly not one of the highest selling products, but it does make the most monthly estimated revenue. And there's only 5 FBA sellers on there at the moment. So we're just going to dive into this product, go to details. Again, we can open it up in Amazon, have a look at the buy box share here. So as you can see, seems to be reasonably shared around all of the sellers that are on the listing in the past month. We can head back to the past 6 months and still see the same outcome. Not a variation listing. You can see if there's any traffic sources, the general history, with a reasonably steady price. Again, 90 days seems to be a reasonably steady price. You can check on the marketplaces again, in case we did want to sell in any other areas. So the UK, $4,000 of course, but in Mexico this product seems to be doing exceedingly well with around 17k worth of estimated monthly revenue. However, it does have only one number of FBA sellers, so it could potentially be private label, but it's something to look into in the future. So we'll head over to the listing on Amazon. So first of all, the brand name doesn't quite match for placards here, but this is something that you'd go to Google for, and you would just search whether they have any links at all. Just to double check anyway, you'd go down to Keeper, see if there's been any IP issues or anything. In the last year, no IP issues where anything has happened that's untoward. Steady fall off here and a steady fall off here, likewise steady fall offs over here. Again, I would suggest that there's nothing wrong with selling this product. 24 to 19, yeah, I'd suggest nothing wrong with this product to be sold, so it's a safe product. Now we'd be able to then see that the sellers on this listing are relatively low in stock, but that doesn't mean that we can't find it as a wholesale product from placards if we need to. So you can see that the price is, if we go to the month, it has been selling at this price here, but it also has sold at this price here. So we'll take the worst case scenario, head it to 25. So we're looking at a maximum cost of $12.87. So then we could go to the brand themselves and ask them, hey, I'd like to buy this product, do you sell it? If you don't sell it, do you have any distributors that you can, do you have any authorized distributors that you can give me their contact details for, or pass my contact details on to them, just to try and source that product for yourself. Also, of course, you can have a look on Amazon, on Google, sorry. But finding the £12, it may be more difficult than you think. Or what? $12.87. So this is a false website. It says Harrow's Natural History, however it comes up with Curry's, means it is a false website. Again, $12.68, it's the price that you want it to be, but you're Richmond, you want to have a double check. Yep, come as Curry's, so someone has made it look like Curry's, put it at the price that you want it to be, and it's a false, fraudulent website, so just be careful of that. As for anything else, the analysis checks out, the product sells. It would just be a case of sourcing the product. So what would you do to find that product? You'd obviously, like I say, you'd go and search for the product via speaking to the brand directly, and asking them if they sell it themselves, or if they don't, if they can give you any authorized distributors' contact details. But to save this product for a later date, into the plus button again, and then new wholesale opportunities, and then that's saved for your next time that you want to look into it. So you could go through different brands, search for different brands, build up a collection of brand opportunities, and then at the end of it, deep dive into sourcing for the brands that you've discovered,